Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Upland, the time has come to end another year in the metaverse known as Upland. And holy llama, have we come a long way. But have we gone far enough? The answer is, not yet. We have one last thing to do before we kick 2020 out the door. Join the host of the award-winning Christmas special, the Coast to Coast Christmas Party, Mars, Utah, and Left House, as they host the most important events ever in the history of all events. December 31st, 2020. Come one, come all. 2 parties happening on the same night. The official Upland East Coast New Year's Eve party and the official Upland West Coast New Year's Eve party. Tune in 2 times to bring the new year in on the East Coast and West Coast. 2 parties with superstar Upland guests. 2 chances to win official Upland Coast to Coast New Year's Eve prizes, collections, properties, and special NYE NFTs. It's the official Upland Coast to Coast New Year's Eve parties. Sponsored by Upland.
Good morning, good noon, and good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, babies and gentlemen, citizens of Upland. It is December 29th. The year is 2020. You are watching the Upland Action News. My name is Left House, and I am sitting right next to my co-host and co-most, Mars, Utah. Mars, Utah, how the heck are you doing today?
Oh, you know me, Left House. Fantastic. Just happy to be back, saddling up with one of my main men here. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, we're at the end of the year. We're coming up on probably the most important events of a lifetime in the official Upland Coast to Coast NYE parties, plural. And today is the AMA. We're here to answer all the questions that all you citizens have.
Yeah, a couple of one-uppers here, even if it's one-upping ourselves. So, got to put on the greatest event in the history of Upland in at least 2 weeks.
It's what we do. We did win awards. I believe it's rumored that we've won awards for the Christmas special and Christmas special. And, I'm thinking we're going to break records and win even more awards with this Coast to Coast, with both shows. And I think we're in a little competition here, between East and West Coast. Like, you're the main star. You're the main host of the East Coast show. I'm the main host of the West Coast show. And so I think it's a ratings battle, really.
Yeah, it's like the Upland Action News, version. I'm the Big ETR Tupac. It seems here in the network.
That's right. We're going Biggie versus Tupac for the NYE Coast to Coast official Upland New Year's Eve party. And
official.
The official.
Awesome.
Yeah, the legit, and I can even prove to you right now it's legit as I click on over to the Upland Discord's channel, and you go right into the announcements, and I'm looking right at the official Upland New Year's Eve show this year. Esteemed Uplanders, Left House, host of the Upland Action News, and Mars, Utah, Mount Olympus-based artist and entrepreneur, will be hosting the official Upland NYE show. There will be 2 installments, once for the East Coast and one for the West Coast. And then they dropped a little video there. You can watch the promo, which we just, the announcement video, which we just dropped at the top of the show here. Very, very exciting.
Like George and Wheezy here, moving on up.
It's like, okay, and that being said, you got to look up into the corner of my screen there, and you'll see my beautiful Blockhead Explorer. Next to that are the call letters of the UCN, which means Upland Contributors Network, which means I'm a member of that, which means I don't work for Upland. It means that I'm just a super fan dedicated to the metaverse known as Upland. These words and expressions are my own. Whatever Mars says, he owns that stuff. Does not belong to Upland. But that all being said, this being an official Upland party, it's almost like we work for them, but we don't. But we're just like, it's almost like we're hired guns, but we're not getting paid for doing it. We're doing it just because we've got to do it. We gotta bring it, and we're bringing it.
Usually a pretty savvy businessman, but the citizens of Upland, just got us doing these things. So it's, close to being employees, but not the important factor of employment has not been discussed.
Yeah.
We're just
yeah.
doing some stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
we're creative fools that are hoping to one day digitize our existence and just live within the metaverse of Upland. And I have a cousin who believes that it has the tools to be able to do it. So maybe one day I'll just be a digital man, and you'll have to come visit me on one of my properties in the Upland metaverse. What do you think about that,
Perfect.
Mars?
I've still never learned Kung Fu, so I'd love to download some Kung Fu like our guy Neo. So
Yeah.
I'm jumping in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to learn how to fly a helicopter in like no time at all. That would be the best thing.
Yeah, you could talk to Nietzsche on that one.
Oh, yeah, he's a helicopter flyer.
He did a whole interview from a helicopter.
Oh, neat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did that on my show, actually. That's right. And yeah, I just didn't realize he just learned to fly it then. I thought he went to school for that. But yeah. So let's just real quick look through the announcements here before we get into some of the questions and answers for the NYE AMA.
A lot of big developments yesterday.
A lot. And one in particular, congratulations to Ryan Maiano on winning the New York Stock Exchange auction. A true landmark and one of the most valuable properties in any metaverse, breaking the Upland record for minting price. This is big news for all Uplanders and a great sign for the future of our economy. How much did this property go for, Mars?
It was 23 million UPX. So $23,000.
So one NFT property in Upland has now sold for over $20,000 to to a fella named Ryan, and I don't want to butcher his last name because he deserves all the respect he deserves for being such a baller.
Yeah, and the word on the street is that he bought in for 25 million UPX and then also purchased a 1.5 million Wall Street property to complete the 2-property collection, which is a smart move. But so 24.5 million UPX dropped on those 2 properties on Wall Street.
Can I ask one question? How long does this man have to wait until he's paid back on that property?
I believe locked into the collect, it's $1 million a month. So just about 2 years at the current rate.
Jeez Louise. That is insanity.
Yeah.
This is huge. This is big time stuff. I don't know what the sales are for these other land metaverses like Decentraland. I've dabbled in, walked through it. And I've seen properties for $800, this, that, and the other, but I don't think I've ever seen one for $20,000. I don't know. I mean, are we breaking metaversal records here?
I think there may be one bigger, either in the Sandbox or Decentraland. I'm not sure which one.
Gotcha.
I don't follow it too closely. I know they had some rollout issues too, so I don't know the whole story, but I don't think this claimed the record, but it has to be close.
Yes. Well, the other thing is another sold out collection in New York came out today, Parkview Collection, and that was not supposed to happen today. There was supposed to be a non-sold out neighborhood collection that was supposed to go up today. But the community got into a big hoopla, big discussion about it, and the bosses held back on it. But I've been informed, and I believe there's some information out there on the web that says they're going forward with their original plan. I believe tomorrow or at 2 a.m. Or maybe it's actually 2 a.m. this coming morning. New York non-sold out neighborhood will go on sale, and I'm excited. I'm gonna get on a plane, head on over to New York, because there's 3 coming, and I've got a few properties over there, but I could stand to pick up a couple more and a couple other of the neighborhoods.
Yeah, I the one they chose to release today instead. I unfortunately only had one of those, the Parkview collection that came out that sold out today. That's just any property adjacent to Central Park. And as I've talked about before, I did claim the Lincoln Correctional Center in Harlem that has a beautiful view of the park. But unfortunately, that's my only property in that collection.
Yeah, I got Jackal. I got nothing. I got not a Nunca so far.
So I got lucky. I mean, that's a good spot. I was looking at it anyway. You know, I have my tendency to buy correctional facilities. But that was also one of the launching pads to the race to the Apollo. So that's kind of sentimental. I'm not sure I can list that one no matter what. There's a couple Harlem properties that the visitors list is pretty solid and sentimental to that race.
I just had a chat with an Uplander that goes by the name Uplando. And during our chat, I ran him that story back, the whole race to the Apollo story. That's one of my favorite stories. I think maybe that's a good story that's a good memory story there, you know, for the old memory cards that they're putting out there. That's got to be one of your top moments in Upland, I would say.
Yeah, probably top two or three right there. The excitement when I got CBGBs was you can ask Venus. I actually ran around the house with my hands in the air. That may have happened after I got CBGBs and the Bowery Ballroom, but that was pretty exciting.
For some reason, when you threw your hands up in the air there and said that you ran around the room, I pictured you doing that with the ween out, just flapping in the wind, like running around with the peen, just like whoa,
helicoptering. Yeah, I wasn't dead. I believe I at least had the draws on, but it was just that would have made it far more dramatic.
That's how I have it in here.
Yeah, you get nervous publicly speaking? Is that what's happening?
No.
Starting to picture people naked?
I just prefer myself naked publicly speaking, I believe.
It was midnight here on the East Coast, and I was in bed trying to stay awake for the moment. I think it might have been Joe Jugahead, I believe, was the guy who I beat out for that one based on who was hovering around. But you know, I hit that and was able to mint it, and I expected to get beat. So I just popped right out of bed.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry I baited you into telling these great memory stories, because we should have probably saved those for the New Year's Eve show, because that's real good New Year's Eve material. And now I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite memory on the show? And you're just going to have to make up one, like a real colorful one.
Yeah, well, we didn't really get into the Apollo, so we could rehash that.
That's true.
I joined probably 7 months ago. And there's so many memories that I won't have trouble picking some alternates in the top 5.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I've got some good ones that I'll share during the NYE show, of course. And I gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to Mr. Dan Finkel, who's in the chat room right now, congratulating us on our award-winning shows. And he's talking the Big Apple. He's excited for New Year's Eve, and he's the fellow that directed the Everything Will Happen Before You Die, the feature film that we gave away.
I'm familiar with Dan.
Yeah, we gave away the feature to the 5 winners from the Golden Wheel from the Coast to Coast Christmas Party, and we do have some amazing prizes since we are doing this officially with Upland.
Yeah,
Upland's got the prize back here. Upland is coming in strong and delivering the goods for you fine citizens of Upland.
Absolutely. You know, we like to be generous, but we really broke the bank for Christmas. So to run it back this quick, it was real great to have the team reach out and, you know, want to throw in their support for the community and really reward people here on New Year's Eve. So that was fantastic. And like you said, speaking of Christmas, before we move on, the player that I was in touch with that won the Van Ness collection, come to find out, was still a visitor. I believe they may be a crypto monkey who just joined the game or was just a lucky visitor. I haven't gotten that, but
heck yes.
I had to take the train down to Fresno and visit them to Uplander status in order to make the transfer. So that was really exciting. A big boost for that player.
Oh, heck yes. Oh man, that's very exciting sort of scenario there. You just kind of show up in the metaverse of Upland, and you probably don't even know what you're doing yet, and all of a sudden you're bossing it with new collections. You're winning contests. You're on the map. That's the way you want it. That's the way you want to entree.
Yes, changing lives here at the Upland Action News.
But at the same time, though, too, it's not that we're not going to be giving or anything, because we've got a couple of special NFTs in the works. I believe. I know I have something. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to you see your likeness in this piece that I'm working on.
Oh yes, I hope it's not like your likeness that you imagined after I got CBGBs, but
No.
now my interest is piqued.
Strangely not, but strangely kind of. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Rejinx says he would love to get one of those locked Fresno collections. Yeah, and that's a potential too. I don't want to give anything away, but there are some potentials. I can't even say specifically. I mean, maybe I could, but then that would just ruin all the fun. But yeah, maybe you'll get lucky there, Rejinx. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't know if my guy Lefty's holding out on me here, but I know about as much as you know on the specifics of those pieces. So it's going to be fun. But
that's right. And
nothing to hold back here. We're in it with you, Rejinx, the champion of the Christmas poker tournament, Rejinx, I believe.
Oh, and, congrats on that. I'm sure you're
sitting down with you on New Year's Eve as well, Rejinx. So let's get ready to play some cards.
Yes, sir, he says. He's right there with you. So that's another thing that's happening, like we did at the Christmas Coast to Coast party. The Upland Knights Discord channel is hosting another poker tournament, and I believe Upix World and
Upland Fan Art. Fan Art.
Thank you, which I'm a member of, and I can't believe I dropped the ball on that one. I should be able to promote my own cruise. They also, I want to say in the announcements, they put out a link to a Medium article that is talking all about the Coast to Coast NYE parties. So if you're a Medium reader, you can come over here and also learn about. There's still time to get your fireworks display in here for the big New Year's Eve countdown. If you get a fireworks display in, they'll give you a property, and you'll get visitors to come and check out your fireworks display. I need to get that done. There's still time, though. I think there's up until somewhere tomorrow for that.
Yeah, I have to go buy my fireworks and then figure out where I'm going to light them off here, but I'm getting ready. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's what they're looking for.
And moving back into, we're on the same topic of New Year's Eve here. If you look at the New Year's Eve announcement video, inside the description there is a link to this Google Doc, this Google form here that if you want to get on the wheel to win prizes, which is a smart thing to do, you need to sign up on this link. And the two things that you need to, there's only two questions. One is, what is your Block Explorer name? And the other one is, what is your wax address? And if you don't have a wax address, you don't need one. You can, or if you don't have either way, if you want to win some NFTs or if you want to win properties and Upix, put your Block Explorer name. If you want to win NFTs, just put your wax address in, or put both. Right?
Yeah. I mean, why not win both? Jeez. I mean, free stuff. It's free stuff, and it looks like it's going to be really awesome. What do we have? A load of Upix in different increments. Yeah,
I'm going to drop some random weird NFTs as well on the prize wheel, and as well, these special NYE pieces that you're just going to stare at for hours. You're not going to want it. People are going to talk to you, and you're just going to not hear a word they're saying. It's just going to sound like fuzz because you're going to be lost in a fantasy land of Mars and Left House. Just Dreamyville. It's going to be epic.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of putting together another one to rival the Christmas one of us around the lovely tree. So we'll see what we can whip up this time, but it's looking spectacular. And I notice here in the chat we have the Two Tone Sports Network in the house.
That's correct. Yeah, we have a sports league that's going on right now. There's a hockey season underway, and I believe we're still in the preseason of it all. But the Dog Patch has a team. I play for Dog Patch. You play for Dog Patch. And we'll be getting into some highlights and some scores and stuff throughout the season, and some interviews with some of the players, live interviews. And next week is when the regular season starts. So more information on the Two Tone Sports Network coming soon.
I've been rightly tasked with the defense/enforcer role on that hockey team, so it should be a fun season. Got to warm up the knuckles.
Oh, heck yes. My sisters were friends with this gal that was Bob Provert's babysitter. And if you don't know Bob Provert, he was like the bull enforcer for the Blackhawks. But
I love that guy. I know my enforcers. Him and Rob Ray are right there with me.
Oh, yeah. He's apparently a real sweet daddy. And Emmett, my brother, is on fire right now, apparently. So that's good. He's playing for the team as well.
Oh, you mean I thought literally he was on fire. I was going to see if he needed to go.
No, I'm doing the quarantine thing. I haven't seen him, so if he was on fire, he would be in trouble.
Okay, good. Just playing hockey. It's hard to catch on fire on the ice, so I think he's safe. Must just be scoring goals. Two goals.
Two goals the other night. Can you believe that? So
Jeez.
As well, the Google Doc form for to fill out your Block Explorer name and wax address. The link for that is in the description here. And when it comes to the big party here, the two parties, for most important thing is that they start at 11, around 11 o'clock, leading up to the midnight hour. They're about an hour long, each show is. And, one is the Eastern Standard Time and the other is the Pacific Standard Time, right? So if you're on the East, or if you're on the West and you want to watch the East Coast one, it's not 11 o'clock. Then it would be 9 o'clock. It would be 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
It'd be 8 o'clock. And if you're on the East and you want to watch the West show at 11, it's
2 a.m.
2 a.m. Yep, 2 a.m. So
you guys who are breaking curfew and out partying, they can come home hammered and watch the West Coast showing.
Now,
continue.
I'm gonna admit something. Maybe I don't know if we should admit this or not. I'm gonna admit it. We're pre-recording these shows, but they're going to be live at the same time somehow, meaning that they are going to air at the live times, and there will be a chat room going on, and I'll be there. I'll be in the chat room. I don't know if Mars will. I don't know what he does on a New Year's Eve. I don't want to speak for him, but I'll be in and out of the chats during the shows. But there's a lot going on that evening, and there's a lot of variables, and so basically, this is the way it had to get done. People are busy people, so we decided instead of trying to, get everybody in, we learned from our mistakes. Even though the Christmas special was an award-winning show, we figured we'd go at it a little bit with a couple of safety nets so we can bring you guys the most accurate, most action-packed, perfect entertainment, best guest, best music, best cartoons, best awards, best everything. I'm telling you, this is, if you're an Uplander, this is the event. There is no other event. This is it.
You do not want to miss out. Make sure you hit that Google Doc form. This way we'll have the wheel, ready to roll while we're recording the episodes and getting it all filmed. Everybody will be ready right on the spot. You'll be able to watch live and see whether you win these amazing prizes provided by us and by Upland. So the excitement factor should be ratcheted up even higher than the Coast to Coast Christmas with the payoff right in the event.
Absolutely. So that's why you have to get your names in to this party wheel entry form. And you have to get this in by 2 p.m. PST tomorrow on December 30th, because we're shooting the show tomorrow. Get it? So we need all your names in by 2 p.m. so we can load them on the wheel and run the wheels. We're going to run the wheel several times throughout both the shows. And I will say this, as the wheel spins, the prizes will get bigger. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, yeah. And on that, should we get into a little bit of the AMA or?
Oh yeah, I thought we were in it.
All right, yeah.
But let's
you and
get
I
into
asked
the
back
specific
and forth.
questions. Yeah, let's.
I do have one from an Uplander here, oddly titled 2020 Rules.
Okay.
So I don't know how I feel about them. They must be a bit of a psychopath, other than what's going on with Upland.
That's their
They
Uplander name,
loved it.
2020 Rules, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they love this year apparently, so that's weird.
That
But
is.
they're asking, are the episodes going to be replayed, and are the prizes the same? And so, the answer to that is there are two separate episodes, no replays. So you're going to have to tune into both to see everything. And the prizes will also be spread out between the 2 episodes. So you'll have to watch both to see if you win.
That's correct. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. I have a question here that is from a guy named, let me see, where did it go on the thing? His name is Upland Sucker Punch 36. And his question is, if I win a prize on the wheel, will my name be taken off the wheel? And the answer is yes. Yeah, if you win a prize, you're done. You can't win for that for either show actually. If you win, you're off. You can only win one prize per for the night. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm saying that right, because we had
Not quite the free for all that we were dishing out on the Christmas show. We're going to be a little more organized, and the prices are a little more coveted as well. So.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. In the chat room, there might be some special drops as well too. So if you're in the chat, you might see a link that if you click on it, will lead you to an NFT or 2 or something, a little goodie or 3, something like that. Yeah. So
I also have a question here from Uplander K Boogie. Wants to know, with the Coast to Coast Christmas, the daily episodes of Upland Action News and the New Year's Eve special, is the Upland Action News the best news network or the greatest news network? They want to know.
Well, it depends on which portion, what part of the world you're in, because if you're in North America, I think they go with the best, but usually in Europe, I think it's the greatest.
Okay, so a little bit of both. We'll be wishy-washy with it. That's a political answer. I like that.
Yeah, I had to go political on that one. I just had to.
Don't want to hurt any feelings, whether you use the word best or greatest. So,
right,
thank you for that question. I think we're the greatest, best news network ever.
It's pretty much true. There's nobody else that's going to deliver you the news and keep you informed like we do around here. It's just the way it goes.
Let's see. So, is there any more things we need to hash out here, you think, with the event?
Well, somebody here is wondering who are the guests going to be? And I can't say, well, let me see. No, I think it's better not to tell you who, but I will say this. The guests that we have on for the New Year's show are far better than the guests. They make the guests from the Christmas show look like scumbags. Let me just say that. So, yeah, we have guests like the upscale, the superstar of the superstars of Upland coming in and around coming in. It's like you're going to want to hear what these people have to say. Lucas has a question here from the chat box. How long will the episode be? And just to say it, last time there were no link visible in the chat. There was no link visible in the chat. I don't know if I understand that question, but the episodes will be an hour long for sure. I can answer that part. Do you understand the second part of the question?
I believe it might be the links that you were dropping. Maybe they're referring to.
Oh yeah. So the
Were they in
last time there
Discord
were
and
no
YouTube.
links. There was no links visible last time. Wow. Okay. Strange. I don't know if that's true because I know those NFTs that I were dropping, like people got them they grabbed them. So
Huh.
maybe you just didn't get there fast enough or something. Maybe somebody beat you to the punch. I think that's how that goes.
That's probably what it was. Once it's claimed, it disappears.
I think so, but usually something comes up that would say that it was already claimed. So
Yeah, odd. Okay.
yeah,
Keep an eye on that, Lucas. Thank you.
yeah, we'll look into see if I can. If I'll do a couple tests, maybe. We'll probably do a monkey giveaway that day. Actually, we'll probably run the news early on Friday, so we'll see. We'll try it. We'll try to drop some that way and see if it happens.
Yeah, we'll both be in the chat while the show's going on. I plan to be around. I'm also playing in the Upland Night Poker Tournament, so we'll keep an eye out. And if there's something going on there, we'll make sure it's fixed and people are getting the links.
Justin, one of the fellas in the chat room, believes that I think that we're known as the defending world champions of Upland Action News, which might be a little bit outranking of great and best. But
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say as well too.
Yeah. We may have been downplayed there by the previous Uplander, so I think Justin may have hit the nail on the head.
I think so too. Yeah. So yeah, I think what else? What other things? I think we're pretty much sorted and have said what needs to be said about the party. I can't think if there's anything else specifically that these citizens need to know about it.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure, absolutely, number one, tune in to watch, but also go down in the description here, find the link, sign up in the Google Doc, make sure you're in on that wheel ahead of time.
Yeah.
So make that clear. It's not going to be able to sign up. Just the special links and things will be available during the show.
Yeah.
Make sure you sign up ahead of time.
There's no card game like there was at the Coast to Coast Christmas. This is just straight wheel and dropping links of NFTs and winning NFTs off the board. It's going to be beautiful. Yes. That's all I can say. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to break out the old orange tie for the night. I used to wear it.
You got to get dressed up for New Year's Eve. You got to get dressed up. So I'm working on an outfit, and it is going to be beautiful.
That is correct, sir. Real quick.
Before we get out of Dodge, speaking of beautiful, I just wanted to mention and appreciate my fellow Buena Vista residents and Mount Olympus residents.
Correct.
Even though it is just the Christmas sandbox practice, they've got Buena Vista up to number 13, which is actually my favorite and my lucky number. So thank you to all the citizens who are building in Buena Vista. Very appreciated, and even extra special the place in that spot. So just wanted to bring that up. Good little
community. It's very cool.
There.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm looking at the board right now, and Chinatown is in the lead with Mission in second place, passing up on Dogpatch. Now, what's the deal with Mission? I thought Mission wasn't in this contest.
They are not officially in the contest. I believe it's just a big district that a lot of people own properties in. I'm not sure if anyone's pushing it or if it's just sheer volume of a lot of players building in that district.
So is this something we need to worry about going forward? Is this something we're going to need to worry about going forward in the actual sandbox wars?
No, because they won't be competing. It's just the 10, the 10 neighborhoods.
Okay.
But there are, quite a handful that have worked their way up. Buena Vista is getting close to being in the top 10. But, this is just purely for fun. They're keeping these rankings.
Alrighty. So that looks pretty good there. Yeah, I mean, if Mission is in it, a lot of people have properties in there, and a lot of cell towers could go up and down that street in that district.
Yeah, I mean, they did say that there may be more than one of these scenarios, or the Spud War type of events. I'm not sure about that, but possibly they could compete in another one. So you're correct there.
Look out, people. That's all I've got to say.
The practice sandbox has been very fun. Got some cool stuff on Mount Olympus, a few giant pink Santas and snowmen. It's kind of weird over there. I like it.
Oh yeah, no, it's shaped up over there. It's real pretty. I'm getting on a plane right now. I'm going to New York. It's got to be done. Well, at the same time, I would like to say, if you guys are on the Twitter, I know Mars is on the Twitter. Where are you at? At Mars, Utah? Is that correct?
That is correct.
You can go like and follow him and retweet his tweets. And you can do that the same thing here at Left House Record for the Upland Action News' Tweeter bot. And if you're here, go to the Upland Action News YouTube channel as you are and like and subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Got a couple of interesting stories that came out today in the NFT space if you want to hear about them, Mars.
Absolutely. I'm always down for that. You bring me the innovating stuff. You keep me up to speed here.
Well, Meme Farm launches phase 1 of the first NFT DAO supporting creators and collectors on digital artwork. Meme Farm introduces launch of the farming pool to support a simple, streamlined process for creators to profit from their work via NFTs. This is in financialpost.com. It's a whole big, long article. Well, it's not that long, but, they just break it all down for you. But just in the title alone, NFTs, creators, collectors, digital artwork, farming, pool, NFTs, you had me at those words. So an interesting thing. And one more article that I will link both of these in the description on YouTube Finance. DeFi Bench launching unique NFT platform for the arts industry. So more and more of these are coming out. I've got cards staking right now on the Art Planet thing. I've got some tribal books, some GPK, and some blockchain heroes in the staking system right now. It's pumping them out. There's a 5x mining system for the next couple days in play. So if you have these cards, check out ourplanet.io and start staking. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the ability to stake and mine NFTs. This is a great next step. Very exciting.
Yeah, man. The future, like why not make some coin off your cards? Like put your NFTs to use. These things have uses, people. You don't just have to stare at them for hours.
Yep, like you and I, they're not just a pretty face, they have use to them. You can do some things, stake them, get some money for them. Their NFTs are fantastic.
That's right. I'm going to be in the air for the next 40 minutes. So let's see, what else have they put out here? I think something else might have just come in on the announcements here at Upland Discord. Well, they put out the letter. They put out the letter to the citizens here about collections and this the neighborhoods that are not sold out and the whole explanation of what's going on there. So if you had questions, they're answered right here in this article that came out on Medium. You can find it in the announcements there on the Upland Discord. Mars, what else do we have to say about our beautiful coast to coast? 2 shows, 2 parties, 11 Eastern, 11 Pacific, counting down to the new year, 2021.
I don't think there's much more that we can say other than, it's going to be grand and be there or be blue squares,
Out with the old, in with the new, something like that. Yeah, be there. And we're going to drop this promo as we step out of the studio. So shite. And we will see you guys in the Upland Metaverse, and we will see you at the NYE Coast to Coast, the official Upland NYE Coast to Coast New Year's Eve party hosted by Mars, Utah, and Left House. It's going to be the ball that drops in New York, but bigger. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Can't wait to party with all these beautiful babies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's going to be a glorious night. Babies and gentlemen. It's on. It's on. All right, so we'll see you soon. We'll see you tomorrow, actually. All right. I'm taking them out with the intro or with the announcement. Peace.
All right.
Babies and gentlemen, citizens of Upland, the time has come to end another year in the metaverse known as Upland. And Holy Llama, have we come a long way? But have we gone far enough? The answer is, not yet. We have one last thing to do before we kick 2020 out the door. Join the host of the award-winning Christmas special, the Coast to Coast Christmas Party, Mars, Utah, and Left House, as they host the most important events ever in the history of all events. December 31st, 2020. Come one, come all. 2 parties happening on the same night. The official Upland East Coast New Year's Eve party and the official Upland West Coast New Year's Eve party. Tune in 2 times to bring the new year in on the East Coast and West Coast. 2 parties with superstar Upland guests. 2 chances to win official Upland Coast to Coast New Year's Eve prizes, collections, properties, and special NYE NFTs. It's the official Upland Coast to Coast New Year's Eve parties. Sponsored by Upland.